What's up everyone, how are you all? Today we are back with another blazing Naruto story. What if Naruto was kicked out of Konoha and became the new ruler of the Shinobi world? If you enjoy, then please like, share and do comments. And also check the description to original creator of this beautiful creation. 2 years have passed since the war, the last Shinobi war. After everything is said and done, in the end, I'm the only survivor, Uzumaki Naruto. Everyone is gone. Maybe if I let myself get captured, things would be different. Was fighting this war worth it? If I was asked this question a few weeks ago, I'd have an answer, but now, I honestly can't answer that question anymore. My Nindo, what a joke it is now that I think about it after all is said and done. I've been traveling throughout the elemental nations, searching all possible shelters, caves, everything and anything in hopes that I find a survivor. Even if it's only just one, I can die happily. After all my searching and finding nothing, this is the last island there is to search. I saved this island for last, the land of whirlpools. The birthplace of my mother and where my extinct clan comes from. I never really thought much of this place since I lived in Konoha all my life, but standing here, I feel at peace. I feel like I can finally move on, set Kurama free to roam the lands, and I can die in peace. Fate must have something else in store for me though. Look at me. I'm sounding like Neji talking about fate. That's funny, but in all seriousness, fate must have something in store for me. I feel like there is something that is calling out to me. Kurama, do you sense what I'm sensing? Asked Naruto. I know I'm not the best sensor. Well, I guess I can say that I am now since I am the only person who is alive, but I swear that I can sense people. Please tell me that I'm not going crazy, Kurama, please. Kid, you're not going crazy, I sense them too. I actually sense a lot of people. Stay sharp, kid, and be ready for anything. We don't know if they are friendly or not. Got it, Kurama. Stop. Who are you? Peo. People, here? How? Where did you all come from? Eyes are getting watery. I am not going to ask you again. Who are you and what are you doing in our lands? Our lands? Can they be from the Uzumaki clan? They do have red hair minus the old man that is talking. But I thought they were all dead and I was the last of my clan? The armor that this old man is wearing is similar to what I seen Madara wear. Can these people be the enemy? He has the Uzumaki crest on his shoulders though, I wonder. Naruto. I am Uzumaki Naruto from Konoha. Who are you? Are you guys from the Uzumaki clan? How are you still alive? The man with the long white hair, mustache with a squared off goatee wearing armor yelled. Uzumaki. You are no Uzumaki. Guards, seize him. Surrounded by 4 guards all wearing similar armor with their swords drawn, Naruto switches into Sage of Six Paths mode. Naruto. Stop, you guys, I don't want to hurt any of you, especially people who might possibly be family. I thought I was the last Uzumaki, the last human alive for that matter. I've been traveling the elemental continents for the past 2 years now and haven't found a single living soul. White-haired man. He has the 9 tails sealed within him. I recognize that chakra anywhere, but how is that possible? Mito should still be carrying that burden since she left to Konoha and getting married to Hashirama. How are you harnessing the chakra of the 9 tails? Did you do something to Mito? Asked the white-haired man. Confused Naruto. Naruto. Mito? Who is Mito? Naruto. Kurama, why does that name sound familiar? She was my first host and the wife of your first Hokage. Naruto. Oh, okay. Maybe I did pay attention in the academy because the name sounded familiar. Even if it was a little bit. White-haired man. Uzumaki Mito, the first Hokage's wife. Now answer me, boy. Gigi Hokage? But he returned to World of the Dead after we defeated the 10 tails. What is going on? Naruto. Gigi Hokage is dead and so is Mito. They both have been dead for more than 100 years or so, I think. I really didn't pay attention when I was in the academy and was considered the dead last after all, so I could be wrong, but I do know that they are no longer alive. My mom was Uzumaki Kushina and was the next host of the 9 tails after Mito passed away. The 4th Hokage, my father Minato Namikaze, sealed the 9 tails into me when I was born, where he and my mother died that day. White-haired man. Guards, stand down. How is that possible, boy? I spoke to my daughter Mito a few days ago. Naruto. I'm not sure, but they're long gone, sorry. As a matter of fact, so was Whirlpool. It was destroyed before I was even born. White-haired man. Come with me, boy, so we can get to the bottom of this. Kurama. Naruto, something is not right. This place should have been destroyed, but look around, everything is like new. When we first got to this island it was in ruins, and now look at it. Everything looks like it was never destroyed. I had doubts that there were any Uzumakis left in the world, besides you. Just what is going on? Naruto. I know, Kurama. Let's see where he takes me and we'll go from there. If it comes down to it, we'll go into your Biju mode form and make a run for it. Got it, kid. I'll start gathering natural energy just in case we have to fight. Naruto. Where are we going and just who are you? White-haired man. Young Uzumaki. We are going to a special place that holds all of our family history. Who I am is not important at the moment, but if you prove to be an Uzumaki, all will be revealed. Naruto. Family history? What exactly do you mean? And I am an Uzumaki. White-haired man. You'll see, just around this corner and we'll be there. This temple you see is a sacred temple where it holds most of our Uzumaki history, lineage. Please, cut your thumb and place your blood on the far wall. This wall will let us know if you're telling us the truth about being an Uzumaki or not, and at the same time show us your family tree, if there is one. Naruto cuts thumb and places his leaking blood on the wall as directed. Suddenly the wall starts to glow a bright blinding light. White-haired man. This can't be. What the hell is going on? Just WHO is this kid? The wall. The wall is showing his lineage, a lineage that isn't even born yet but one that is connected to me. Naruto. Excuse me, old man, but what's going on? White-haired man. Naruto, you said, right? Where are you from and what year is it, or was it before you came to my village? Naruto. Let's see. I was born in Konoha on October 10th, year 100. When I came here, it was 2 years after the Fourth Great Ninja War, where all hidden villages formed an alliance to fight the Akatsuki and the Ten Tails Jubi. This was 2 years ago on my birthday, year 117. When I came here, it was year 119. Kurama. Naruto, you shouldn't be giving this man all that information freely just yet. We still don't know if he is an enemy or not. Naruto. I know, Kurama, but I don't know why I feel like I can trust him, almost like he is something like family to me. Kurama. Well, I know how bad you wanted a family, and I feel something familiar from him as well, but it is still wise to keep your guard up. Naruto. Got it, fuzzball. Kurama. Damn, troublesome blondes. White-haired man. Naruto, the year is currently 02. In a sense, you haven't even been born yet. Naruto. What do you mean I haven't been born yet? If the year is 02, then you shouldn't even exist right now, dat bayo. Kurama. Ha 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 ha, I haven't heard that verbal tick of yours in years, kid. It's refreshing to hear. Naruto. Growls, shut it, Kurama. White-haired man. Smiles and laughs a bit. White-haired man. There is no need to be upset, young Naruto. I think I know the reasoning, or at least have a feeling as to why we are here and not in the afterlife, since you said our village was destroyed. Not only that, if the wall is correct, then I am your great-grandfather Uzumaki Ashina and am the current Azukage. Please come, let us go to my office where I will explain things to you. Kurama. Whoa, Kit, now I know who this man is. He is Uzumaki Mito's father. She was my host. He was or is a very, very powerful seal master who is also a sage and is known for his skills in ninjutsu, taijutsu and genjutsu. He's also a master swordsman, and the two swords on his back are the Fudogo no Kase to Mizu no Ryu no Ha, otherwise known as the twin wind and water dragon blades. With the two swords he has better mastery over the water and wind elements like none I've ever seen before. You can only wield the swords after passing the test from the dragons, and from what I hear, that is no easy feat. Not sure if these are rumors or not, but it is said that he was powerful enough to rival my father, the Sage of Six Paths. There may be a lot that you can learn from this man, and if I am correct, he will have a way to send us back in time to before the war. Naruto. Really, Kurama, I knew I came from an awesome family, believe it. I wonder if he is where I got my wind affinity from? Moments later they arrive in his office. Naruto. Wow, this office is much nicer than Granny Tsunade's. It looks like the owner can be royalty or something, don't you think, Kurama? Kurama. It is nice, Naruto, but let us focus on what your grandfather has to say. Naruto. Right, Naruto. Wow, great Gigi. From what Kurama said, you are very powerful and you may be able to help me. Ashina. Kurama? You mean the Nine Tails? I remember my daughter Mito saying that name to me once before, but didn't think nothing of it at the time. How does Kurama believe that I am able to assist you, grandson? Ashina. That feels a bit weird calling him that. Naruto. Kurama. Hold on, Gramps, let me switch with Kurama so he can tell you that I believe you may have a seal that might be able to send us back to the past, to before the war started and to us being the last person in this world. If I am correct, you also created or will create a seal that places the people who attack you in the future under a genjutsu that will think they wiped out the Uzumaki clan, and the seal that will place you all in a comatose state until there is a time of peace which you will all be awoken. If I am correct, then that would explain why when we first got here why the village looked in ruins, but when we stepped foot on the actual land, everything changed. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming you had to place the seal on each member personally but ran out of time, which would explain some of the Uzumakis who fled the destruction, like Naruto's mother would explain how young Naruto here came to exist. Also, if I am correct, if you are able to provide us with a seal that can send us back, the kid and I can prevent the war and usher a new era of peace which will then have you all return to the land of the breathing once again just as you planned. Once revived, everyone will still assume the village hidden in the whirlpools is still destroyed, so you can continue to live in peace if you chose to. The only ones who would know is the kid and I. Ashina. Very interesting deduction, Kurama-san. Do you believe my grandson can change the world to a peaceful one? Kurama. He is the child of prophecy foretold by the great elder Toad Sage of Mount Myobuku. The kid himself is a true Toad Sage, unlike his perverted godfather Jiraiya of the Sannin. He can move and gather natural energy at the same time. Plus he has me sealed within him. Combined with my chakra and his sage mode, he has been known to have surpassed all the previous Hokages before him. But he is still a knucklehead and shoulders everything on his own. He can still use training. He has only mastered his wind element but can use all five, barely. His taijutsu is moderate at best unless he is in sage mode where it is amplified. His genjutsu is non-existent, and for being an Uzumaki, he has no talent for the sealing arts. He is to hyper wasn't able to sit still long enough to learn. If you were to agree to help us, I would ask that you train the boy in the areas that he is lacking and beat patience into him as well tactics and strategy. He is my friend, and the closest thing I have to family since all my brethren have been destroyed because of that damn war. Given the way he grew up, I want him to be happy and I will do everything in my power to see it come true. Ashina. Very well, Kurama-san. I believe your words to be honest and true. I will train the boy for 6 months. If he doesn't progress to my likings within the 6-month period, then the deal is off. You both will be allowed to remain here with us if you so choose to, or you can both continue to travel the world looking for any other survivors. Do we have a deal? Kurama. Deal, old man, but let's keep the terms to just you and I for now until we both feel that he is ready to hear the plan. Ashina. I can agree to that, Kurama-san. Kurama. Naruto. Great, here is the kit. So Gramps, did Kurama explain everything to you of what he thought? Ashina. Yes, he did, grandson, and I decided to help you out and train you for the next 6 months. You are going to be my student and I am going to train you in the ways of the Uzumaki. Naruto. Awesome, Gigi. When do we start? 6 months later, in Ashina's office stands a blonde-haired teen with whisker marks. Gone is the naive Konoha shinobi, and standing in front of the Azukage is a more mature blonde knucklehead. Standing at 6 feet tall, wearing a long black-sleeved shirt, similar to his old shirt in Shippuden minus the orange, zipped all the way to the top, giving him an open high collar with the Uzumaki crest on both his left and right shoulder. Black pants that go all the way down to his ankles, wearing Geta sandals like Jiraiya. With a large scroll strapped to his back just like Jiraiya, stood Naruto standing at attention in front of his grandfather. Ashina. He has changed a lot over the 6 months that he has trained with me. He has become very powerful with no equal and will be the one to succeed me as Azukage. Ashina. I am very pleased with the training that you went through, Naruto-kun. Most people would take years of training to be able to pull off what you did in the 6 months of training that you went through. Naruto. Thank you, Gigi, I mean Ashina-sama. I can't take all the credit though. I have to thank Kurama and my clones as well. If Kurama never fully cooperated with me allowing us to become a team, I would have never been able to produce as much clones on my own as I was able to with his additional chakra that allowed me to get years worth of training in only 6 months. Naruto. Thank you Kurama, you've always been there for me since the beginning. You are the closest I've had to family over all of my life and have been my best friend. I couldn't ask for a better friend. Kurama. No need to get all sentimental on my kid, you know I'm not one for all that mushy stuff, but I do have to agree with you, you are my best friend. Naruto. See Kurama, that wasn't so hard to say, now was it? He. Kurama. Damn it, you see why I don't say stuff. I'm going to sleep, wake me when it's time to go. Ashina. Given your facial expressions, I assume you were talking to Kurama-san just now, right? And no need for the formalities, we are family. Naruto-kun, Ashina, Gramps, or Gigi is just fine. Naruto. Thanks Gigi, and yes I was just thanking him for always being there for me and helping me with my training. After all these years we've been stuck together, we've come to understand one another and have an unbreakable bond. Thanks to the training you gave me with seals, I was able to change the one that I have keeping him locked inside of me. Ashina. I'm glad you have someone like him to guide and assist you in your travels and future battles to make sure the world is a safe place for everyone. Once you accomplish your mission, what do you plan on doing? Naruto. If it okay with you Gigi, I would love to return to the whirlpools and help rebuild this place to its former glory when you guys come out of your comas. In the 6 months that I've been here, I found a place to call home and a place where I truly feel I belong. Ashina. From what Kurama-san told me how he grew up, mistreated, judged, called a demon, spit on or beat up and a few attempts on his life by his own village, it is no wonder why he said that. No one here judged him at all and only seen him as Uzumaki Naruto. I'm glad he's found a home here in the whirlpool. Ashina. I couldn't have agreed with you more Naruto-kun and look forward to the day we reunite again. I am glad that you feel that way about our village. Here, take this scroll. There's a few things in there for you as gifts from an old man that will help you. Naruto. What is it grandpa? Ashina. When you return to the past, open it then and find out. Do not open it until then, understand? Naruto. Yes, but why can't you just tell me what's in it Gigi? A straight answer one of these days won't kill you, you know? Ashina. Ha, true, very true Naruto-kun. But a straight answer today isn't in the cards. Maybe next time we see one another, I'll give you straight answers, maybe. Naruto. Sweat drops great Gigi. Just great. Ashina. Naruto-kun, I must leave you now and prepare the seal. Be sure to eat and rest for tomorrow, because tomorrow your destiny begins. With that, the Azukage walked away to prepare the seal. Outside the Azukage's office, Naruto starts to converse with Kurama. So Kurama, what would like to do? Want me to let you out of the seal for a while so you can stretch your legs and maybe hunt for a bit? I know you really don't like people food and you rather catch it yourself. Sure kid, let me out for a bit. How big do you want to be, and please don't say with all 9 tails. I don't want to cause a panic that will interrupt Gigi while he is making the seal. Got to ruin all the fun. Fine, 1 tail will do. Naruto slams his hand on the floor yelling. Summoning jutsu. Summoning of Kitsune, 1 tail. Ah, it feels good to stretch my legs kid, thanks. Did you want me to hang around with you for a bit or is it cool if I go straight into hunting? You can go hunt Kurama, that's fine. I was going to go grab some ramen anyways and then head to home to shower and rest. Tomorrow is a big day for us. Okay kid, go enjoy your food of the gods as you Uzumakis like to put it. I'll see you back at the house. And just like that Kurama was gone. Now for that ramen. I think I will try everything on the menu this time since it will be a while before I can have real Uzumaki ramen. I wonder if they would let me have the recipe so I can have old man Tucci and Ayame make for me. Doesn't hurt to ask. Naruto walks over to Koppen Ramen. Naruto. Good afternoon Asami-san. Your father isn't here today? Koppen Asami, light red hair that is shoulder length tied into a braid, light complexion with violet blue eyes. Wearing a light gray dress with a white apron over the dress standing behind her family's ramen shop. Somewhere down her family line she is related to an Uzumaki, but she is part of one of founding civilian families that moved to Uzu Shiogakure some time ago. Asami. Ah Naruto-kun, as always, it's a pleasure to see you. No, father is shopping right now for ingredients to try to make new types of ramen. Naruto. Whoa, that is awesome, Asami-san. I can't wait to see what he can come up with in the future, but since today is my last day here, can you please prepare me a bowl each of what's on your menu? Asami. Of course, Naruto-kun, right away. While I'm making the ramen, would you like anything to drink? Naruto. Sure, let me have one Hatakosen pineapple and one melon ramune soda please. Asami. Coming right up. Things are going to be a bit boring without Naruto here, but I know that I will see him again. 30 minutes later with 40 bowls of ramen finished. Naruto. Thank you Asami-san, that was delicious. Say, you wouldn't happen to let me get one of your ramen recipes, would you? Asami. What for Naruto-kun? You trying to run my family out of business? Naruto. No, nothing like that. Since I'm going to be gone tomorrow, I was wondering if I could take a recipe back to Ichiraku's back in the Leaf Village until I see you guys again. I used to believe his ramen was the best, but then I tried yours and your father's and I feel like nothing can compare anymore. Asami. No need to try and butter me up Naruto-kun. I'll let you in on a little secret. The Ichiraku family learned under my father in how to make ramen. When you get back, ask for the Asami special. They named it after me as a way to say thanks to my father. Naruto. You mean to tell me he knows how to cook Uzumaki ramen and he never told me? Asami. Calm down Naruto-kun. He probably just forgot. From what you say you don't meet him until years down the road and the Ichiraku you know must be the son or something like that who trained with my father. It's safe to assume he just didn't remember, but I bet if you ask for my special, they will be glad to make it for you, in bulk. Naruto. Thank you Asami-san, I will be sure to do that. I must be on my way now. Got to get my stuff ready. See you again soon once the world is a safe place. Asami. I'm looking forward to it Naruto-kun. Asami. If anyone can do it, he can. Naruto has this thing about him that makes people want to believe in him. Next day, in the ceiling room located under the Azukage Tower with Ashina. Ashina. Naruto-kun, are you ready? Naruto. Never have I been more ready for something Gigi. This time, I have more to fight for. I have finally found family. Ashina. Well said Naruto-kun. The past 6 months, you have grown on me. You seem to have that effect on all our villagers. You are truly something special and I see you as a great leader one day. Ashina. Great, if you can go into Kyuubi Sage mode and give me a chakra shroud, please. I will need some of Kurama-san's chakra to get you back to where you need to go. Naruto. Of course Gigi, touch my hand. Ashina has Kurama's shroud of chakra around him and starts the required hand seals. 250 hand seals later, he slams his hand on the floor screaming. Forbiden Uzumaki ceiling style. God of time, reversal. In a bright flash of light, Naruto was gone. Ashina. Good luck grandson, I hope to be seeing you soon. 4 years in the past. Naruto. Kurama, you okay? I have such a headache. Kurama. Kit, I'm fine, but I suggest you snap out of it, and look where we are quickly. I'll heal the headache but get your butt into gear. Naruto. Kurama, where are we? Is that Gaara on the floor? Kurama. Yes, now hurry Kit. You can save him without that old lady sacrificing herself this time. With burning determination in his eyes, Naruto was off to change the world. Unknown Cave. Team Kakashi and Chiyo from the Sand Village are getting ready to do battle with the S-ranked Akatsuki members Sasori and Deidara. Sakura yells. Kakashi-sensei, what's wrong with Naruto? He's just standing there like he's frozen. Kakashi. I don't know Sakura but we can't wait for him to snap out of it though. You and Chiyo take on Sasori, and I will take on Deidara. Once Naruto snaps out of it, send him to assist me. Sakura. Roger-sensei. Chiyo-sama, you ready? Chiyo. Yes I'm ready. I've been waiting to see my grandson all this time Sakura. Sakura. Then let's go Chiyo-sama. Naruto, please snap out of it. I have a feeling that we need you. Kit, snap out of it. Save your pink-haired friend and that old lady for the Sand Village. Sorry Kurama, this time traveling stuff gave me a headache like you wouldn't believe, but I'm backing out of my funk. Let's do this Kurama. Kurama grins evilly. Let him have it Kit, show them what an Uzumaki can do. Naruto runs through a quick set of hand seals and slams his hand on the floor yelling. Uzumaki sealing style, 5 seal barrier. Naruto. Now no one can get in and no one can leave. Sakura. Naruto. Kakashi. How did he do that? I thought we needed to place seals in different locations like the ones Team Guy went to remove. When this is done, you have some questions that need to be answered, Naruto. Kakashi. Naruto, why did you do that? We are fighting S-ranked criminals, and 2 of them for that matter. Naruto. Don't worry Kakashi-sensei, I can handle these 2. Kakashi. There's something different about him. He has an aura of power and confidence to him now that he didn't have a few minutes ago. What happened to you, Naruto? How are you all of a sudden so strong? Chiyo. Leave my grandson to me, Naruto. There's something that I need to finish with him. Naruto. No problem, Granny Chiyo, but here, use my clone as a puppet. He will be useful when Sasori brings out the big guns with his 100 puppet technique. Plus, when not in use to can fight independently. My clone is loaded with enough chakra to last a minimum of 30 minutes. Sasori. How did that brat know about my technique? I've never seen him before today and that information is not in any bingo books. Looks like I will have to finish this off quickly so I can capture the 9 tails Jinchuriki as well. Naruto. Kakashi-sensei, take this clone with you to fight the cross-dresser over there. Use your lightning jutsu, it disables his clay explosions which are earth-based techniques. I'm going to help Gaara, so please buy me some time. Before anyone can answer, Naruto was gone. If you blinked, you missed him. Naruto appeared in between Sasori and Deidara, both were in shock with the speed the boy possess. Naruto did a quick jump to eye level between the 2 S-ranked ninjas and kicked them both in the head, sending them in opposite directions. Next thing you knew, all hell broke loose. Kakashi versus Deidara. Deidara. If I didn't roll with that kick, I think he would have took my head off, himp. Kakashi didn't waste any time and took advantage of the kick to the head that Naruto gave the cross-dresser, and created a lightning clone that charged Deidara. Still trying to gather his bearings, Kakashi's clone tackled Deidara, giving him a bear hug while the original Kakashi went through hand signs faster than the eye can see and yelled. Water style. Tornado vortex. In one fast motion, the B-rank water jutsu was spinning a water vortex over his clone and Deidara. Then it happened, the Kakashi lightning clone exploded, mixing the deadly combination of water and lightning together to immobilize Deidara. With a lifeless-looking Deidara lying on the floor with smoke coming off his body, Kakashi left to go help Sakura and Chiyo, thinking Deidara was out for the count. If Kakashi waited a while, he would have realized the cracks in the ground and the Naruto clone hanged into a rock next to the cracks. Naruto with Gaara. Naruto rushed to Gaara's side and checked his pulse, there wasn't one. To preserve Gaara's body so his seal to work, Naruto placed his hand on Gaara's chest and applied a stasis seal, leaving his body from dying out completely. Being the seal master that Naruto is now, he is able to place seals on different objects by touch, much like his dad, but only more advanced thanks to his training with his grandfather. Going into Kyuubi Sage mode, Naruto gathers as much chakra as possible to be able to power up the seal he plans to use on Gaara to bring him back to life. Quickly applying the seal on and around Gaara's body, Naruto went through 125 different hand seals in less than a couple of seconds and slammed his hand on the floor, applying all the chakra he gathered to the seal while yelling. Forbidden Uzumaki sealing style, creation of rebirth. A similar technique that was developed by the 5th Hokage, Senju Tsunade, but much better since it doesn't require stored up chakra, it creates new and regenerates the old cells and organs. It can be used multiple times a day depending on one's chakra, and doesn't shorten the user's lifespan. That's where the seal comes into place. It acts like a filter, only taking Naruto's chakra and not his actual life force, and has no side effects to the user or the person the seal is being applied to. Drained down to Sage mode, Naruto sees Gaara's hands move and his eyes start to flutter open. With everyone else, Sakura. What the hell was the burst of chakra and why the hell is Naruto glowing? Kakashi. No way. No way does Naruto have that much chakra, unless he released the Kyuubi. Chiyo. Wow. The power that is radiating off this boy. He's going to be a major factor in the future of the shinobi world. Sasori. Is this the true power of the Kyuubi Jinchuriki? If so, I'm not even sure Leader Sama will stand a chance against this boy. We need to find a way out of here so we can report this to Leader Sama, If not, I hope that worthless Zetsu is recording everything, because if we are unable to escape, we will die. Deidre. Whoa, the Kyuubi brat is powerful and nothing like I've ever seen before. That glow he has around him, that looks like true art, hemp. Back with Naruto with Gaara. Gaara. Nah, Naruto, what are you doing here? You have to leave. The Akatsuki, they captured me and removed the One Tails from me. I shouldn't be alive. Is this a dream? Am I in the afterlife with you, Naruto? Does that mean they captured you too and you are dead? Naruto. Gaara, calm down. We are here to rescue you and are in the process of killing those 2 Akatsuki members who captured you. Gaara. How? I'm still not sure what's going on or where am I. Naruto. Leave that to us, Gaara. Once we're done, all will be explained, I promise. But for now, while you are recovering, I am going to seal you into this scroll until the fighting is over. I don't want you getting hurt again. In the seal there's food, restroom, and a bed you can rest on. Rest for now, Gaara. All will be answered soon. With that, Naruto sealed Gaara into the scroll and joined the mayhem. With Sakura, Chiyo, Naruto clone vs Sasori. Sakura. Naruto, what was that chakra we felt and why were you glowing just now? Chiyo. Sakura, stay focused. Sasori is one to take advantage of someone once their guard is down. Sakura. Right, Chiyo-sama. Naruto, I know you're a clone, but you have a lot of explaining to do once this is all done with. Naruto clone. Sure, Sakura, sure. Sasori. What should I do? Between the 3 of them, they're going through my puppets like they're nothing. Well, the Kyuubi brat is the other 2 would be dead by now if it wasn't for him. Kakashi. Sasori having to resort to his red secret technique. Performance of 100 puppets seems like a waste of his chakra. Naruto is going through them like if he is just practicing his taijutsu and Sasori's puppets are just cannon fodder. Kakashi, having joined the fight, was watching Naruto very carefully with his exposed Sharingan. For some reason, he is unable to copy Naruto's taijutsu moves. Kakashi. This is another thing that is going to have to be brought up at a later time. Sasori is down to his last 4 puppets. Sasori. Wait, stop, I surrender. The way this fight is going, the Kyuubi brat is going to kill me. Deidre, come out. The boy's clone he left with Kakashi is waiting for you to come out so he can engage you or kill you. Seems both you and Sharingan Kakashi forgot about the clone he sent to help him with you, Deidre. With everyone. Kakashi. Damn, he's right. I completely forgot about Naruto's clone. Is Naruto that good that he can get past the Sharingan? What exactly did Jiraiya-sama teach him over the 3 years? Kakashi. Why would we accept your surrender, Sasori? Especially since you 2 are working with the Akatsuki? Sasori. Well, for one, I know better than to continue with this fight. It's going to end one of 2 ways. 1, my partner and I die, or 2, my partner tries to explode himself in a suicide attempt in trying to take us all out since we are stuck in this barrier. If I am being honest with myself, I rather live. The real Naruto joining in on the conversation. Naruto. Our orders are simple. Rescue the case cage and eliminate the Akatsuki threat. Which I plan to because I don't want to go through another future where I am the only one left. Kit, you just let slip about the future. Shit, sorry Kurama, I'm just so pissed and want everything to be okay where all my friends are able to live in a peaceful future. I know, Kit. I know, just be careful for what you say. That scarecrow of a sensei of yours seems to be wary of you already and keeps staring at you. I noticed that too, Kurama, but thanks. No problem. Kakashi. What do you mean by that, Naruto? Naruto. Nothing, Kakashi-sensei. When we get back to the village we'll go over everything with Granny Tsunade, I promise. Sasori. So, you're just a killer like us then, Kyuubi brat? Eliminate the threat, huh? Naruto. No, I know with your deaths, more lives will be saved and we will be able to live in peace with one another. I won't kill you, but let me place seals on both you and Deidre and we can talk about your surrender. I know it's against my better judgment and I should just kill both of you right here and right now, but how can I preach about peace and not give you 2 a fighting chance? Plus the case cage should be well enough rested to negotiate the surrender terms with you 2 and Granny Tsunade once we return to our village. Sasori. Fine, place the seal on me. Deidre. Sasori, my man, are you sure? Sasori. Yes, Deidre, unless you want to die? Deidre. Fine, just get it over with. Naruto places his hand on Sasori's heart and places two different seals. One a chakra paralysis seal and the other, a reverse summoning seal. Naruto does the same to Deidara, and places it over the sewed-up mouth that is on his chest. Sasori. How did he know about my heart, or is he just guessing? Deidara. He placed the seals on Sasori's heart, does he know? How did he know to place the seals on the mouth on my chest? Something is not right with the Kyuubi brat, but it's best to play along for now. Sasori my man knows about seals and I am sure he can remove them when the time is right, hemp. Naruto pulls out the scroll that Gaara is sealed into and releases him. Little does Sasori and Deidara know, they are going to be reversed summoned into that very same scroll. Uzumaki. Release. Uzumaki. Reverse summon. Two things happen at this moment. 1. Gaara is released from the scroll and is alive. 2. Both Sasori and Deidara are reversed summoned into that very same scroll to kept for the time being as prisoners. Naruto. Welcome back Gaara. I hope being sealed wasn't too bad for you and you regained your strength? Gaara. Thank you Naruto, whatever you did. I feel stronger than I ever did even when the One Tails was sealed in me. What did you do? Naruto. Well for now my friend, it's a secret, but will be revealed once we're back in the village. By the way, here. Gaara. What's this scroll for Naruto? Naruto. This is the scroll that has Sasori of the Red Sand and Deidara the Mad Bomber sealed inside. And don't worry, I have seals on both of them that will make the Hyuga's caged bird seal look amateur, believe it. They surrendered and I thought that you being a cage and all should be the one to hold it. Don't worry, they won't ever be able to escape and the seals I placed on them, they're special. They won't be able to access their chakra unless I want them to. If they try, they are going to be in a world of pain. I guess for now, they can provide us with intel on the Akatsuki and we can plan on taking them out once and for all. Gaara. Thank you Naruto. Let's head home. Shio-sama, thank you for tagging along with the Leaf Shinobi to rescue me. I know you don't get involved with any village affairs and I hope moving forward we can find some common ground and work together to make our village a safe and prosperous one. Chio. Thank you Case Cage, I look forward to the future with you and the villagers. With that Naruto released the 5-seal barrier and met up with Team Guy outside the cave. Naruto then proceeded to summon something you only hear of in fairy tales. When the smoke cleared and everyone was able to see, in front of everyone stood a creature of mythology. Naruto summoned a dragon, a blue crystal dragon with white smoke eyes that seemed to peer into one's soul from one look who was easily as big as the Kyuubi. The dragon's wings looked like a mixture of feathers and smoke that looked weird, but majestic at the same time. Gaara. Naruto, how are you able to summon dragons? Naruto. That is something that is for closed doors when we are back in the Hokage's office. Everyone, let me introduce you to the Chief Dragon, Chief Astero. Chief, my apologies for summoning you for this task, but I need someone of your size that is able to carry all of us to the Sand Village then back to Konoha. Astero. Ah, young Uzumaki, I thought it would be you to be the one to summon me. Of course I will provide you all with a ride. Have you opened the scroll that Ashina gave you yet? Naruto. Not yet Chief. I want to do that in private, but before I can, I have to take care of a few things first. Astero. Understandable. Once you do, summon one of my kin so we can reverse summon you. There is a lot that must be discussed that pertains to that scroll. Naruto. Got it Chief. Okay everyone, please get on so we can be on our way. Gaara. Naruto. Later Gaara, I promise all will be answered. Gaara. Okay then. Once everyone was on the Chief Dragon, everyone had different thoughts running through their minds. The only thing everyone thought the same was, holy shit. Everyone still shocked and wide-eyed, they are somewhere in the sky heading towards Suna. Naruto. Thankfully Chief Astero is telepathic and can communicate with me and Kurama that way. I don't need everyone asking questions right now. Kurama. Lucky for you Kit. Hey Astero, how have you been? It's been a while since I last seen you. Astero. Ah, Kurama-kun how long has it been? About 500 years now? Naruto. Wait, you two know each other? Kurama. Of course we do Kit. All demons and any chief summon know one another, and yes Astero. It's been about 500 years, it's been too long my friend. Over the years I ended up stuck with this Kit, got to say, life for me has been hell. Ha 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 ha. Naruto. Hey, Kurama, should I tell Chief how you've gotten all mushy on me recently? Estero. Mushy, you say, young master? I'd love to hear the story someday. Your jailer isn't that bad, Kurama-kun. If his story about you is anything to go by, I'm starting to like the young master more and more. Kurama. You would. Snorts. Don't go getting any ideas, kid. Plus you might want to sever our link and talk to your friends. They're looking at you still with their mouths open and their eyes popping out of their skulls. Naruto. Oh right, I almost forgot about them, ha ha ha. Estero-sama, I will talk to you later, you two fuzzbud. Kurama. I swear, the kid is going to be the death of me. Naruto. Hey guys, please close your mouths, I'd hate for you all to get bugs in them. Plus I can see Suna already and we don't need Gaara's ninja thinking something is wrong with you all, now do we? Gaara. Naruto, how did you get this summoning contract? Gaara. Uzumaki seems different, more powerful than before. I wonder what happened to him since I last seen him. I know he left with Jiraiya Dono for 3 years of training, but he couldn't have gotten this strong, could he? Naruto. Gaara, don't worry. Once we drop off Granny Chiyo, grab your brother and sister so we can head to the Leaf. There's much to discuss, not to mention what to do with the 2S ranked criminals you have in that scroll I gave you. Everyone for the most part has been quiet, just listening and observing the young Uzumaki. Landing in front of the cage tower, Gaara and Chiyo jumped off. Gaara to 2 unknown shinobi who appeared as soon as Naruto's summon landed. Gaara. Please go call Kankaro and Temari. Let them know we are leaving on an S-ranked mission to Konoha. Chiyo-sama, when I return, let us start to amend broken bridges and start to fix our village together. After my fight with the Akatsuki, I realize there is much we need to do to secure our village better. Chiyo. Sounds good, brat. Call me when you return. There is something that I wish to discuss with you regarding training. With that, Chiyo and the ninja both left. 10 minutes later, Temari and Kankaro are standing with tears of joy in front of their bother, their leader, their cage. Temari. Gaara, you're safe. Welcome back, little brother. Thank you Leaf Ninjas for bringing him back home safely. Kankaro. Yay little bro, welcome back. I knew Uzumaki would bring you back unharmed. Gaara. Temari, Kankaro, this is an S-rank secret and the only ones who currently know are the ones that are here with us. Before I was rescued, the Akatsuki extracted the one tails from me and I died. I don't know how, but Naruto brought me back from the dead and I assume that is why he asked for you two to join us and head to the Leaf Village to talk to the Hokage over the 2S ranked criminals who captured me, and I assume about some more things about this new Naruto in front of us. Is that about right? Naruto scratches the back of his head with a smile. Naruto. Yes, that about sums it up, Gaara. So let's not waste any time. Everyone jump onto Estero-sama so we can head back to Konoha. Oh, and everyone, please no questions until we are with the Hokage and are in a secure room away from prying roots, eyes, and ears. Kakashi. How does Naruto know about Root? Did Master Jiraiya tell him? I'll save my questioning for when we are with the Hokage. If he is an imposter, we're going to need her strength to take him down. Finally back in the Leaf Village, everyone heads to the Hokage's office. Once inside Tsunade's office, everyone is dismissed after giving their verbal report to the Hokage. The only ones who remained are the Sand siblings, Gaara and Kakashi and Naruto. Kakashi. Hokage-sama, everything went fine with this mission, but glances at Naruto, but I have to say, some interesting things happened. Before we get into all of that, Naruto, please set up a privacy seal. Naruto. No problem, Kakashi-sensei. I was planning on putting up one of my own since it will secure the office properly while we talk and I reveal a few things to you all. Kurama. You know he did that on purpose to show your Hokage the interesting things that happened, right? Naruto. I know, Kurama. I'm only agreeing with it because it should make explaining of things a little bit more easily, showing them a bit of what I can do and to better protect me should anyone think of attacking us. Kurama. I guess that makes sense. Better to be prepared than not. Old man Ashina actually beat some strategy and common sense into you after all, it seems. Naruto. You should know, you were there, Kurama. Kurama. We're getting off topic, kid, get back on track. I want you to summon me after this over so I can go hunt in your village woods. Naruto. Fine, getting down to business, Naruto places a seal on each wall by touch and then slams his hand on the ground yelling. Uzumaki combination sealing style. Privacy chakra absorption paralysis seal. Tsunade. Naruto. What is the meaning of the chakra absorption paralysis seal? You were asked to put up a privacy seal only. Kakashi. This is part of what I said was interesting, Hokage-sama. I wanted you to see firsthand what I seen during the fight with the Akatsuki and the skills with sealing Naruto all of a sudden possesses. Tsunade. Well, Naruto, why did you use that seal and what is Kakashi talking about? Also, since when do you know how to do seals? Did that pervert of a sensei teach you while you were away for the 3 years? Naruto. To answer your last questions first, no. Pervy sage didn't show me seals, not that he didn't try to teach me though. Now to answer your first question, well, I did it for 3 reasons, Hokage-sama. Tsunade. Hokage-sama? The brat never calls me that. Just what is going on? Naruto. 1. We are about to discuss things that are beyond S-rank secrets. 2. Gaara has 2 S-ranked criminals in a scroll that plan on negotiating their surrender to us. And 3. For my safety from all of you. Tsunade. What? That is absurd, Naruto. Why would you need to be safe from us? Kakashi. I knew something was off with him, and if I'm right, that seal only applies to us while he is still able to gather his chakra. Naruto. Like I said, Hokage-sama, there's going to be things that I am going to tell you that are unbelievable, but are the truth, but in an outrage like you normally get, you or Kakashi might attack me. Gaara and his siblings, I am unsure about, but may also attack me. As you probably guessed, Kakashi-sensei, this seal does not apply to me and I can still gather my chakra. Kakashi. I knew it. Just what are you hiding, Naruto? Gaara. Hokage Dono, I say we get to the matter at hand first and interrogate the Akatsuki. Once done, we can let Naruto tell us what he needs to. I'd trust him. He saved me twice now, and for that, I will hear him out without judgment. Tsunade. Fine, but let us deal with what he has to tell us first, then we deal with the Akatsuki. Naruto. You all may want to have a seat for what I am about to tell you, and please save your questions to the end of what I have to say. Everyone nods their heads. Naruto. I am the Uzumaki Naruto you all know. What you don't know though, is that I am that same Naruto from 4 years into the future. The Akatsuki started the 4th grade Shinobi War not too far from now. All hidden villages form an alliance with Gaara being the commanding general of the Shinobi Alliance army, and Kakashi and Kankaro both as one of his generals in charge of their own division of the alliance to deal with certain threats. Tsunade, you and the Raikage are the ones overseeing everything from the Shinobi Alliance headquarters. As the war goes on, more and more shinobi die. Tobi, Zetsu and that traitor Kabuto create a Zetsu army that outnumbers us 3-1. They're not strong and are easy to kill, but they do have a special ability that allows them to mimic anyone they come into contact with down to their chakra signature, which causes us to fight amongst one another. I formed clones and sent them to every battlefield since my Sage of 6 Paths mode can detect them somehow. With New Hope, the battles start to die down, but then the main battle begins. All 5 cages go up against Uchiha Madara and are eventually killed in battle. Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi and I take on Madara, Obito the 10 Tails and Otsutsuki Kagaya. To make a long story short, we won, but at the cost of everyone eventually dying except for me. I traveled the world for 2 years searching for any living person. Almost on the verge of giving up, I came to the last place I haven't looked yet. The village hidden in the whirlpools. This is where I ran into all the Uzumakis of the past. My great-great-grandfather and the first Azukage Uzumaki Naruto was the first person I saw, and then the rest of the villagers. I didn't understand it at first since I thought I was the last Uzumaki. Turns out my Jiji was probably the best seal master to ever live. He created a combination seal. What is did? I am unable to tell you, and I am also not able to tell you how it is that they were alive when I found them. I really don't know how long they have been alive for or if they knew what was going on in the shinobi world, but that's not the point. My grandfather trained me for 6 months in the ways of the Uzumakis, and within those 6 months, I was able to master all 5 elements, became a master swordsman, a true seal master, master with genjutsu, master at taijutsu, and am a beast when it comes to ninjutsu. I can summon dragons, toads, and if the situation calls for it, I can summon Kurama anywhere from his one-tail state all the way up to his full power at 9 tails. After the completion of my training, my grandfather was able to create a seal that was able to send me back in time to fix things and to make sure we end up living in a world of peace. Grandfather's seal brought me back 4 years right into the middle of the fight with the Akatsuki. That is why you and Sakura seen me frozen for a while, Kakashi-sensei. After the fight, I sealed both Sasori and Deidre into the scroll that Gaara has, summoned the chief dragon, and here we are. Questions? The room erupted into questions. One after another, people cutting people off. The usually stoic Gaara was the most surprising. Without taking a breath, he must have asked 50 questions in a row. To get everyone back on track and civilized, Naruto flared his chakra to quiet the room. Naruto. I will answer one question each. After that, we should really start working on interrogating the 2 Akatsuki members. Tsunade first, then Gaara, Kakashi, Kankaro, and last Temari. Think wisely before asking. Tsunade. This is hard to believe, Naruto. I know you are the hyperactive unpredictable ninja, but this is the icing on the cake. If you are from the future, then it is safe to assume you know me and know about my technique I use that won't let me die in battle. So how did I die while using that? Naruto. You mean the creation of rebirth? I always wondered what that diamond on your forehead was for. It's hard for me to say since I didn't witness you using that move, but if I had to guess, you ran out of the chakra that you had stored in that diamond on your forehead, and while using the technique, you used up all your chakra, multiplying your cells at a rapid pace and exerted your lifespan to where you became a brittle old lady. From what I was told, because of Madara's hate for Senjus, once he seen your body was brittle, he used Amaterasu on you and didn't extinguish the flames until you were nothing but ashes. Once I was told of what happened, I lost it and went to fight Madara on my own. I was able to destroy him a few times, but he kept on regenerating. I was so pissed for what he did to you. It took Hinata to calm me down. I guess the reason why you all died was because he was an Edo Tensei at the time you and the rest of the Kages fought him. If he was mortal like when Sasuke and I killed him, he wouldn't have stood a chance against the 5 Kage, maybe. Tsunade. How did he know that technique and what it does to the user? I never told him any of that. If what he says is true, then Madara is alive and needs to be taken out. He killed me in a gruesome way. If we are to meet on the battlefield again, I hope things would be different this time. Naruto. Oh, and you're right, you never told me anything about your technique or what it does. And for the record, I created a seal that does the same minus the drawbacks. The only drawback it has is the amount of chakra the person using it is able to supply. I can use the seal a few times a day without any problems. In fact, that was the same seal that I used on Gaara to bring him back to life. He may no longer have the 1 tails sealed in him, but Gaara is stronger now as he is than when he had the 1 tails sealed into him. Thanks to me using Sage Mode and Kurama's chakra, Gaara absorbed both chakras which fused with his own. If I had to guess, his current strength probably rivals the 3 tails right now. Gaara, you're up. Gaara. Sorry Naruto, you answered the question I wanted to ask. If you would allow me time to think of a new question, do you mind moving on to Kakashi? Naruto. Sure Gaara. Kakashi, you're up. Kakashi. You mentioned you went up against Obito. How is that possible? I seen him die all those years ago when he gave me this eye. Naruto. Kakashi, you're not going to like this, but Obito is the man in the spiral orange mask who was parading around the elemental nations claiming to be Madara. He was the one who crashed the Kage Summit where you and Tenzo, Yamato now escorted Tsunade as her bodyguards and declared war on the Big Five, Konoha, Suna, Iwa, Kumo and Mist. He takes on the identity of Madara until Madara is resurrected via Edo Tensei, where he then reveals who he truly is. He was the one who sent Kurama on the rampage when I was born, controlling him with his Sharingan. Because of him, both my dad and mom sacrificed their lives so I can live. The incident that happened between you and Rin, he could have helped you, but instead he was in the background watching. When you passed out, he slaughtered the remaining Iwa Shinobi and left you. Seeing Rin die is what caused him to go down that dark path. Kakashi. Lies. They have to be. I seen Obito die. Kakashi was shaking uncontrollably with tears running down his eyes. Naruto. I know you think I'm lying, Kakashi-sensei, but I assure you it's the truth. On a positive note, towards the end, Obito turns good and even took a killing blow for you. Before he died though, he gave you his other Sharingan to make your set complete. Let's just say Sasuke was pissed seeing what you a non-Uchiha was able to do with Obito's eyes. He kept saying something about you being a non-Uchiha or some crap like that. I'm going to tell you what Itachi told me once. Sasuke is still a blank canvas that can still be painted different colors. He just needs the right motivation and push in the right direction. In this case, I mean Obito. He can still change, it's not too late for him yet, which is why I came back. I came back to change the world. Kakashi. Thank you Naruto, I just need some time to think and go over everything you just said to me. Naruto. No problem sensei. Kankaro, you're up. Kankaro. Let's see. I really don't know what to ask, so I'm just going to ask what kind of kick-ass squad I commanded during the war. Naruto. Really, out of everything you can ask, you ask that? Wow, and here I was thinking that I was the class Dobi and dead last, sigh. You commanded the ambush squad. Tamari, you're up. Kankaro. What? Wait, that's it, just the ambush squad? You're not going to go into depth like you did for the Hokage or Kakashi? Naruto. Nope. It's not that I don't want to, it's just I really don't know what you or your squad actually did, sorry. Tamari, your question? Everyone starts to laugh at Kankaro while he sulks in the corner. Tamari. You're good with seals and have already mastered all the elements, would you allow me to train under you Naruto-sensei? Naruto. Wow, definitely not something that I thought was going to be asked by you, especially how smart you are. But to answer your question, yes and no. Tamari. What do you mean yes and no? Naruto. Here I thought you were smart Tamari. I wonder what Shika sees in you, mustn't be that brain of yours. Ha 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 ha. Tamari. Why you? Turning red. Tsunade and Gaara both smile at reading underneath the underneath. Tsunade. What your fellow blonde is trying to say Tamari is that we are all going to be getting trained. Maybe not by Naruto directly, but in some sort of way we will be. Naruto. That's right Granny. You're up Gaara. Gaara. Naruto, my question doesn't have to do with anything related to the war or how I die or anything like that. I would like to ask a question, but it is more personal, and if you allow it, can I ask you while we are alone? Gaara blushing red. Naruto. Sure Gaara, you can ask me on the way to your village. I will be giving you guys a ride back so the sand village doesn't miss their cage too much. Gaara. Thank you Naruto. Naruto. Now that that is over with, I say we head over to the T&I department to get all the info we can out of these two Akatsuki members and then decide what to do with them. Naruto and the rest arrive at the T&I department where Ibiki greets them. Ibiki. Hokage-sama, Kazakage-sama, what brings you to the T&I department? Tsunade. Well Ibiki, we have two Akatsuki members sealed in the scroll the Kazakage has, and we would like to use your expertise to see what kind of information we can get on the Akatsuki. You can use any means necessary to get the information, but from what Naruto told me the seal he has on both of them, I doubt that you are going to have any trouble with them. Either way, we will monitor the progress of the interrogation to make sure they don't try to escape or anything like that. Gaara. Ibiki-san, here is the scroll Hokage Dono mentioned. Ibiki. Thank you Kazakage-sama. Hokage-sama, please leave it to me to get all the information that I can. You can observe the interrogation out here while I take them into the interrogation room. Naruto. Ibiki-san, I would like to go into the interrogation room with you, if that is okay Tsunade. I placed a seal on the both of them that I can control. If they give you a hard time or don't want to divulge any information, I can take their chakra away from them that would turn them into civilians, which would make your interrogation a whole lot easier. I will only observe and use the seal if I need to. Tsunade. Yes, that is fine Naruto. Ibiki, please proceed. Ibiki. Right away Hokage-sama. Come with me Naruto-san. Ibiki. I wonder why the Hokage is allowing the Kyuubi boy to go into the interrogation with me, and since when does he know how to do seals? I know his father and mother were proficient with them, but never knew the brat was. This boy just gets more and more interesting. I can't wait to see what he really can do. Inside the interrogation room with Naruto, Ibiki, Sasori, and Deidara. Naruto. Ibiki, please place the scroll on the table so I can release them and you can begin your interrogation. Places scroll on table. Kai. Release. Naruto. Ibiki-san, they are all yours. I will stand back and watch just in case they try anything funny. They both know what the seal does, so I doubt they will give you a hard time. Ibiki. Thank you, Naruto-san. So, gentlemen, we can do this the easy or the hard way. It's up to you, but I hope you decide to go about things the hard way. Smiles a sadistic smile. Sasori. Morino Ibiki, master of interrogation both physically and psychologically. As much as I am sure you want to use your torture methods on us, there is no need to use any techniques on us. We surrendered on our own free will and are willing to divulge information on the Akatsuki. Deidre. You know this person Sasori? Sasori. Not personally, but this man is known throughout the elemental nations for his abilities to get information from prisoners. He has the ability to subject people to great suffering without ever using physical torture, or so it is said. Kisame killed all his comrades once because he found out that this man in front of us was going to interrogate them. Deidre. Whoa, are you sure this is the same guy Sasori, my man? Sasori. Yes. Trying to be deceptive with this man is only going to hurt you in the end. I suggest you give up any information willingly. Deidre. Fine, hemp. So what is going to happen to us once we give you the information you want, hemp? Ibiki. That all depends if the information you provide us is valuable or not. Also, it depends on what the Hokage and Kazakage decide. Sasori. Fair enough. Deidre. I guess, hemp. Ibiki. Let's start with the following. How many people are in the Akatsuki, who are they, and what abilities do they have that you can tell us? Sasori. There's a total of 10 members including the two of us and all are S-ranked. The leader may be sulfur monosulfide ranked, that, I'm not 100% sure since we have never really seen the full extent of his abilities, but he has the legendary Dojutsu, the Rinnegan. Because of the Rinnegan, it is said that he is able to manipulate all the elements and can do gravity manipulation. He is known as Pain. His partner is Conan. She has the ability to manipulate paper and can use earth, wind, water and yang release. Then, there is the zombie brothers Kakuzu and Hidan. Apparently, they are both immortal. What they are able to do, I'm not sure. Even though we are all part of the same group, we never really interact with one another in person and I never met any other member except for Conan, Deidre, and the snake Sanin, Orochimaru, but he is no longer part of the group. Then there is Uchiha Itachi, which I am sure you don't need us to go into detail about, and his partner, Hoshigaki Kisame, the tailless beast and member of the Seven Swordsmen of Mist. He's a big water jutsu user. The last members are Zetsu and Tobi. Zetsu is a plant-like looking creature who is our spymaster. That is all that is really known about him and is a complete mystery. Tobi, he wears an orange spiral mask and acts like a baka. He has a Sharingan, but we don't know if he is an Uchiha or if he has it transplanted like your copy Nin Hitaki. That's pretty much it about the group and its members. Deidre. Sasori, my man, forgot to mention that we hunt the Jinchuriki or the tailed beasts that don't have a host, hemp. Not sure why though. Leader never told us why, but he is someone you don't say no to if you want to live, hemp. Sasori. As of right now, only the one tails has been captured. We don't have an official base of operations, we use any abandoned caves to rest all over the elemental nations. We sealed the one tails into this statue that leader summoned, so it is safe to say he is the only one who has access to the tailed beasts once sealed. Deidre. The sealing takes up to 3 days but can be longer depending on how many members are doing the sealing, and it can be tiring standing still the whole time, hemp. Sasori. After giving you all the information we know on the Akatsuki, I have a question, but it's not for you Ibiki or the cages. I have a question for you, Naruto, Kyuubi Jinchuriki. Naruto. Me? Why would you have a question for me? I'm nobody and am only a genin of my village. Sasori. Somehow I doubt that with the power you displayed back in the cave. Anyways, how did you know about my 100 puppet technique and to place the seal on my heart? No one knows about my 100 puppet technique, nor that my heart is the only organ I have that is actually alive. Naruto. Well, the questions that you asked, I am unable to answer as to how I know, but I know that all the information you provide about the Akatsuki is true, but there is more information that I am able to add on top of what you guys provided. Sasori. I wonder. Is he a Yamanaka and entered my mind to read it? No, I doubt that, but there is something about him that has me worry of him. Sasori. Fair enough. I guess that is all the information that I have that I am able to provide. What now? What happens to the both of us? Ibiki. Well, now that that is out of the way, Naruto-san, can you reseal them while we talk to Hokage and Kazakage on what we are to do next? Naruto. Sure, seal. Naruto. That went easier than I expected, Ibiki-san. I was actually hoping that they resisted and I got a chance to see you in action. Ibiki. Maybe next time, kid. Let's go. Outside the interrogation room with the cages. Naruto. So Tsunade, Gaara, what's the next move? I have more information that I can add to what was given, but we'll do so at a later time. Maybe you can call a cage summit and we can pass along all the information to the other cages and try for the Shinobi Alliance earlier this time around and move towards peace for everyone. There's people I want to see, but can't until peace is achieved. Thinking of all the people of Uzu and his Gigi. Anyways, before the summit, I can start with training people to start a task force to start eliminating threats like the Akatsuki and Orochimaru. Tsunade. Who exactly do you want to see? Naruto? From what I understand, everyone you know or knew is still alive. Naruto. True, but there are others I want to see, but can't disclose of who. I promised them that I wouldn't say anything, and even though I have changed, the one thing about me hasn't, my ninja way, and I don't go back on my word. Tsunade. Damn brat. I hate and love that about you, but I will respect your decision. Gaara. What would you like to do next with the information provided and with the 2S ranked criminals? Gaara. Well, Hokage Dono, if possible, I would like to take Sasori back with me to my village. I'll decide with my council on what they would like to do with him since he is a missing nin from my village. Also, I would like to reunite him with Chiyo-sama since he is her grandson. Tsunade. Tisk, fine. Take him. I'll deal with the Mad Bomber or just send word to Onoki and see what he would like us to do. Maybe that will help with the tension our villages have and help with him agreeing to attending the summit. Naruto, can you explain to both Gaara and myself what exactly the seal that you placed on Sasori and Deidre do? Naruto. Well, to keep it simple without any confusion, it can basically destroy their chakra coils so they can never mold chakra again if I so choose. It also acts as a tracker beacon if we are ever in the need to track them if we decide to let them live. Wow. WOW. Both Gaara and Tsunade said at the same time. Tsunade. Just how good are you with seals now, Naruto? Naruto. That's a secret, Granny, well, for now at least. I'll reveal my abilities at another time. Tsunade. Tisk, fine. But it better be sooner rather than later. If you really know me and how I am, then you know that I am not the most patient person there is. Naruto. Dully noted, Granny. Come on, Gaara. I will drop you and you siblings off. See you in a few hours, Granny, and it was a pleasure working with you, Ibiki-san. Ibiki. Likewise, Naruto-san. Naruto. Okay, Gaara, Kankaro, Tamari, you all ready to head home? I plan to drop you three off then head back here so I can start preparing for the future. Gaara. That's fine, Naruto. Before we leave though, I would like to thank you again for everything that you did for me and my village and to ask that question that I didn't get to ask earlier. Naruto. That's fine, Gaara, no worries. What are friends for, right? Anyways, I'll answer your question to the best of my abilities, so ask away. Gaara. It's a bit embarrassing, but did I ever find happiness with someone? Naruto. Gaara. Yes you did. Do you want to know with who? Gaara. Smiles. No, that's fine. I rather let things run its course and hopefully everything will work out again. Thanks, Naruto, please take us home now. Naruto. Of course. Smiles. Back in Konoha in the Hokage's office. Naruto. Hey Granny, I'm BACCC. Pervy Sage, what are you doing here? If I remember correctly, the last time when we finished this mission you left the village and I never seen you after that. Jiraiya. Walheim here requested that I return home. Apparently my godson is not the same godson I went on a 3-year training trip with and is apparently some type of genius seal master. And what do you mean you never seen me after that? Naruto. I will tell you later on what I meant about not seeing you again, but answer me this. Are you still trying to get with Granny Tsunade, Pervy Sage? Man, I hope this time around they both find love in each other. I remember Jiraiya's death was hard on Tsunade. Jiraiya. Okay and well, Naruto. Tsunade. Jiraiya, stop talking before I put you in the hospital. Jiraiya. Right, so Naruto. Let's go for a walk to one of the training grounds so we can talk and get reacquainted, I guess since I am talking to someone who came from the future. That's still hard to believe though. You look just like you did when we were together. Naruto. Sure pervy sage, let's go. I can tell you the seals I used on the Kazakage retrieval mission and how I became a seal master. I know what you mean, if I didn't go through my training in Uzu, I would never believe it myself that I'm from the future. Anyways, talk to you later Granny Tsunade. Tsunade. Naruto. Stop calling me Granny or like Jiraiya, you will end up in the hospital. Naruto. Sorry Granny Tsunade, but I'm not the same Naruto that you can pummel into the ground like before. If anything, I'm probably the strongest person in the world right now. Tsunade. Narrows eyes. Get out of my office Naruto and take that pervert of a godfather with you. Naruto. Come on pervy sage, that's okay. Training Ground 7 with Naruto and Jiraiya. Jiraiya. So Naruto, I spoke with both Tsunade and Kakashi and they informed of what you told them about coming from the future and how proficient you are with seals. Care to explain things to me? Naruto. Of course, I will tell you everything since you are the person I trust the most sensei. There is one thing that I can't share with you, but if things go good this time around, then you will be the one who gets to meet them. Jiraiya. Who's them? Naruto. Well, it's the people from Uzu, scratches the back of his head. But like I said, if everything goes good, then you will get to meet who I'm talking about. Jiraiya. Fair enough. So, let's see these sealing skills they claim you have. Naruto. No problem. Slams hand on the floor yelling. Uzumaki style, privacy seal barrier. Jiraiya. Whoa, Jiraiya. He did that seal with no hand signs or ink. Just like how Minato was able to place his Hiraishin by touch, Naruto can do the same. I wonder what else he can do. Jiraiya. You can use seals by touch just like Minato. I'm really impressed. Can you use them in combat like Mito was able to? Naruto. Thanks Jiraiya, that means a lot coming from you. As far as being able to use them in combat, yes I can. I am probably the only one alive that is able to do that, but don't worry, I plan to teach you how to do the same and get your sealing abilities up to snuff. Jiraiya. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a level 10 seal master. I think I'm up to snuff, as you say. Naruto. Sorry sensei, but you're not. I don't know who came up with level 10 being considered a seal master, but the person who trained me in the future was at level 100 and you're not considered a seal master until you can use seals in combat either by using ink and pen or by touch like I can use. Don't get me wrong, I still need to use ink and a scroll or some type of surface to apply seals, but for the most part, I can do the majority by touch. Almost as second nature. Jiraiya. Mouth open with wide eyes. You mean to tell me there are more levels than 10? Naruto. Yes, but we will get to that another time. Did you notice the seal that I used to give us privacy? Jiraiya. I did, but what does that have to do with anything? I can create the same seal, well not an Uzumaki privacy seal barrier, but I can create a privacy seal barrier. Naruto. That's not the same sensei. Any Uzumaki seal is better than any ordinary seal. In a sense, the seal you can make is good, but it's also basic while the one I used is at least 20x stronger. It's like a watered-down version of an Uzumaki seal. The seal I used has multiple functions other than just privacy and a barrier. The Uzumaki privacy barrier seal creates a barrier that can only be broken by at least 4 S-ranked jutsus hitting it at the same time. It causes a genjutsu so strong that even if you have a dujutsu you can't tell what's going on inside or see anything going on either, just to name a few things it does. Jiraiya. You're kidding, right? Naruto. No, feel free to enter Sage mode and use your strongest combination jutsu with Pa and Ma if you like, but I guarantee nothing will happen to the barrier, so I'd suggest you don't try and we get into what we came here for. Jiraiya. Turning serious, fine. So start explaining. Naruto. Okay, so for starters, I am Uzumaki Naruto. In a sense, I'm two different people yet the same at the same time. I'm Naruto from the future who returned after the Shinobi world was destroyed. I'm the same Naruto you know and trained, I'm just Uzumaki Naruto from 4 years into the future returned to the past. The Akatsuki, who I'm sure you know about since you warned Kakashi about, started the 4th Great Shinobi War not too far from now. They are actually making moves now and are trying to capture the tailed beasts. They already have the one-tails. In the future, all hidden villages form an alliance with Gaara being the general of the Shinobi army. Granny Tsunade and the Raikage are the ones overseeing everything from headquarters. Things get bad to where all 5 cages had to join the fight only to die at the hands of Uchiha Madara. Jiraiya. Madara, you mean to tell me he is still alive? Wait, what about me? So far you haven't mentioned anything about me. Do I play a role or major role in the war like Avengeheim's death or something like that? Naruto. Well, yes and no. In regards to Madara, he was revived by the Edo Tensei Jutsu and then later revived as a regular human thanks to becoming the Jinchuriki of the 10 Tails. As far as you go, I'm sorry sensei, you die before the war even starts, but thanks to you we were able to figure out the secret behind the Akatsuki leader and his powers. When I fought him, he had already destroyed our village. At that time I was out training with Ma and Pa and perfected Sage Mode. Ma was near the village and reversed summoned Pa, Gamabunta, Gamamichi and myself to the destroyed village where I took over the fight with their leader. After I destroyed all 6 of his bodies, I went to find the real leader. From what the leader of the Akatsuki told me, he said you were the first person to ever push him to his limits, and he can see that you trained me well since I did what no one was able to do, destroy all his bodies. Jiraiya. So who is the leader? Naruto. I rather not say now, but you'll know when we pay him a visit. Jiraiya. If you don't want to tell me then that must mean it's someone that I know. Naruto. Don't worry about it sensei, all will be revealed. Anyways, back to the war. I wasn't sure what was going on in the other battlefields, but Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi and I take on Madara, Obito the 10 Tails and Otsutsuki Kagaya. We ended up winning, but the cost was too high. I was the only one left. I was the only one after everything was said and done. I traveled the world looking for survivors. I didn't find anyone else and was ready to give up. I was ready to release Kurama from his seal so he didn't die with me. Before anything though, there was one place I didn't look and that was my mom's homeland, the village hidden in the whirlpools. This is where I ran into all the Uzumakis of the past. My great-great-grandfather and the first Azukage Uzumaki Ashina was the first person I saw and then the rest. I didn't understand it at first since I thought I was the last Uzumaki, turns out Jiji was probably the best seal master to ever live. He created a combination seal of a Genjutsu and stasis seal. The Genjutsu was for the enemies who destroyed the Whirlpool village to believe they destroyed Uzushikure. The stasis portion placed them in a coma-like state that was programmed for them to awaken in a time of peace. I really don't know how long they were awake for until I found them. My Jiji trained me for 6 months in the ways of the Uzumakis and within those 6 months, I was able to master all 5 elements, became a master swordsman, a true seal master, Genjutsu master, a master at Taijutsu, and am a beast when it comes to ninjutsu. I can summon dragons since dragons were the summons of the Uzumakis and I am still able to summon toads as well and if the situation calls for it, I can summon Kurama anywhere from his 1-tail state all the way up to his full power at 9 tails. After the completion of my training, Jiji created the seal to send me back in time to fix things and to make sure we end up living in a world of peace. Jiraiya. I'm speechless at the moment Naruto. I need some time to process everything you just told me. Naruto. I understand sensei, take your time, but not too long though. I want to start your training with seals, sage mode and anything else you want to learn. I owe you everything and I want you to live this time around and I will do everything in my power to make sure that happens, and I never go back on my word. Hokage's office with Jiraiya and Tsunade. Hey Haim, miss me asked Jiraiya. Rubbing her temples in frustration, Jiraiya. Would it kill you to use a door like normal people? I mean what is it with you and only using windows to enter a building? Were you like this with sensei? Yes, it would, plus it's not my style, you know that Haim, wiping away fake tears. Sensei always gave me a hard time for coming in through the window, but figured I was never going to change so he just let it go. Anyways, I came to see and talk to you about what I just heard from that godson of mine and boy some of things Naruto told me seem unreal. Almost like if it was something coming from those manga sorties he likes to read. What is your take on all this? He's not in a holding cell or with Ibiki, I take it you believe everything he has said? I'll take your silence as a yes. Did he tell you that I died before the war even started? Some of the things he mentioned, well, let's just say it's hard not to believe that knucklehead. But to answer your question, no Jiraiya, he didn't mention the part of you dying to me. Knowing you, you went and did something reckless that got yourself killed, you baka. Stupid pervert. I wonder how I handled it knowing this village took another important person away from me. So, what's the plan, Heim? What do you plan to do with the information he has given us? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but Naruto wants to start training people to get them ready as some type of first response attack force against the Akatsuki. I assume he plans to include you on this team of his? He also mentioned that Gaara and I should request a cage summit to get the alliance rolling earlier than it was originally planned in his future timeline. Thinking about that is already giving me a headache. You know as well as I do that the other cages are stubborn and stuck in the old ways. Only Gaara I know for sure will cooperate, the rest, I'm not so sure, and I don't think the headache will be worth it. With a wide grin, I wonder what he is planning as far training goes. Did you know that I'm not considered a seal master? The brat said I have 90 more levels to go and I'd still need to be able to use them effectively in combat before I'm considered a real seal master according to Uzumaki standards. PFT, that was pretty hard to hear since that is the one thing that I pride myself the most as being considered a seal master. Being a sage is secondary in my opinion. I guess because I never truly mastered sage mode. Sealing was the only thing I felt that I had completed and surpassed everyone who is considered a seal master that is still alive. It's a bit hard pill for me to swallow, the master becomes the student. I bet Minato and Kushina are laughing at the turn of events surrounding the kid, but I can't help but feel they would be proud of the man he has become. Are you going to want me to accompany you to the summit? Don't take it to personal, Jiraiya. He trained with his ancestors, so learning from a book compared to the real deal. Of course he has surpassed the master. I'm sure he'll have something planned for the training and more seal training for you. My only concern when it comes to the whole sealing thing is that we don't end up getting destroyed like Uzushiogakure. I am sure once word gets out that we have that type of seal masters allied to our village, the other villages won't like that. Did Naruto tell you he wants to include the case cage and his siblings in on the training? As far as the sealing levels go, I had no clue that there were more than 10 levels. Mito never mentioned anything to me about that. But then again, she was always so secretive when it came to Fuinjutsu, so I doubt that anyone else knew there were more levels. I'm not even sure that she was able to use them in battle, so don't be so hard on yourself, Jiraiya. That's easy for you to say, Heim. Here I was thinking that I was something special, a seal master only to have my world crushed. I truly am a failure. You're a renowned medic with no equal, even that Teme Orochimaru has accomplished more than I have. Granted, nothing ethical, but still. Jiraiya, he's still so hard on himself. Don't feel down, Jiraiya. Like you, the brat busted my bubble too. Apparently his seals make him a better medic than me. He used my technique on Gaara to revive him back from the dead and apparently made him stronger in the process. As good as a medic I am, that is something that even I cannot do unless I do something forbidden like that teammate of ours. How is that even possible, Heim? I'm not 100% sure, Jiraiya, but when the training starts, that is the first thing that I want him to show me. Imagine all the lives that I can save if we ever get into another war? Like you with your seals, I pride myself as the best medic this world has ever seen since my grandfather. Tsunade reaches into her desk drawer and pulls out a bottle of sake and 2 saucer cups for her and Jiraiya. Thank you for the drink, Heim. I sure could use one right about now. Things are going to get hectic pretty soon from the way it sounds, so before things go to hell, Heim. Knowing that I die before the war. Well, you see. Seems the pervert will never change, but he is someone special to me. Yes, Jiraiya, I'll go out with you. I don't know how I felt after your death since technically it hasn't happened, but if it was anything like how things were for me before, then I'm sure I took your death hard. I don't want to see my precious people die anymore, and if training with the brat helps, then that is what I plan to do. I want to do things different, and with Naruto returning from the future, I'll do things different and I'll give you a chance. Really, Heim, yo, just know, Jiraiya, before you finish what you were going to say, I will kill you myself this time around if you do anything wrong or stupid that gets yourself killed. Got it, Jiraiya? Gulps, man, I'm starting to wonder if trying to date her was a good idea after all. She is the one of the strongest shinobis alive after all. Yes, Heim, of course. I'm going to head out for a bit. Pick you up later for dinner and more drinks? Sure, that's fine. See you then, Jiraiya. Smiles. Jiraiya walking around the village. Dang, I never thought that I would finally have a chance with Tsunade. Hopefully I can make her happy again like she was when she was with Dan. Sigh, I guess I'll worry about that when the time comes. What I should be really focusing on right now is Naruto and what he told me. Turns out he was the child of prophecy. The world was able to know peace, even though the cost was too high. Well, this time around he has a chance to change things, and I plan on helping him along the way, even if I have to die again, to make sure the shinobi world is a peaceful one. This whole situation is a bit funny now that I think about it though. The teacher becomes the student. I wonder what Minato would think if he can see his son now and how strong he has become. Since he's a seal master, I wonder if he is able to recreate the Hurricane? Maybe he can break it down for me so I can recreate it? Oh man, the possibilities. My research would be a whole lot easier. Wait. If I learn how to do that jutsu, I can't use it for my research. Heim would kill me, literally. With great power, man, this sucks. A short while after Jiraiya left her office. I can't believe that I am actually going to give that pervert a chance. Sigh. Damn you, Naruto. I blame you for my sudden change of heart. Knowing the pervert dies and probably from a mission that I sent him on doesn't sit well with me. Smiles. Well, maybe it can be a good thing? He is a pervert after all, and if he is anything like the stuff he writes in his books, it could be a really good thing. Stop, Tsunade. What am I thinking? His pervertedness must have rubbed off on me a little after all these years. Yes, that's what it must be. Still, no. Stop thinking those kind of thoughts. I need a drink, bad. Sigh. Naruto, I hope things work out this time around, not only for you, but for the rest of the shinobi world. It's about time we all get along with one another, and if it takes me dying again to make sure the world knows peace, then so be it. I will do everything I can to make it a reality, Naruto, for your sake. A few hours later, Jiraiya returns to pick up Tsunade at the Hokage Tower. Damn pervert still comes through the window. The flowers are a nice touch though, smiles. Jiraiya, just once will you come into my office through the door? Maybe one day, Heim, but don't hold your breath. Here, these flowers are for you. Ready to get out of here? They smell nice, and he remembered my favorite type too. I could get used to this. Yes, let's go, Jiraiya. I could use a drink and some food. With that, Jiraiya and Tsunade go on their first date. Next day in the Hokage's office. Hey Granny Tsunade, how was your date with Ero Sennin last night? How the hell did he know we went out on a date? My date? What are you talking about, Naruto? Looks like she doesn't want to admit it, but the glow and smile says it all. I'm glad they are able to be together this time around. Nothing, Granny Tsunade, nothing at all. So what are you doing in my office this early, Naruto? Couldn't sleep or something? Oh, I came early because I wanted to get your approval to start training with the others. This includes both you and Jiraiya as well. What's the plan as far as the training goes, Naruto? Being Hokage, you know that I don't have the luxury of training all day, but you can train the others as long as they don't have any missions. Well, the training is going to be a surprise. Once everyone is gathered together, I will explain everything and give everyone the option to train or not. However, I will tell you this. I was planning on training everyone similar to how I was trained, but after going over something that was given to me before coming back, the training I originally planned changed. As far as missions and taking up your time goes, leave that to me. I will have my special clones do their missions and cover the Hokage's desk while you train. You think you can cover this desk, Naruto? Don't make me laugh. Granny, you do remember who I said my teacher was that sent me back, don't you? Let's just say that I am overqualified for the position. Damn, he does have a good point. Well, it won't hurt, I guess. If anything, I won't be too far away that I can't hurry back to the office and do damage control. You have a good point, Naruto. Okay, I'll let you do my job while we all train. As far as doing the missions for the others, you think you will be able to manage it all with your clones? Granny, I would be able to missions for all the shinobi you have under your command if I wanted to. But I won't, so don't get any ideas. Damn, Naruto, just how strong have you become? Fine, when would you like to start the training? Have the Rookie 9 and Guys team meet at Training Ground 7 in an hour. That should give you enough time to locate everyone and them to get there. Okay, no problem. One more thing. What were you given that had you change your mind with the way the training is going to go? Flashback to Naruto's apartment. Now that I am finally alone, I guess now is as good of a time as any to see what Gigi left me in that scroll. Enters Sage of Six Paths mode, then starts the hand seal sequence. 100 hand seals later, cuts thumb and places his blood over the seal that is in the middle of the scroll. The scroll glows with a bright orange glow and starts to convert to the seal in the center. With all the orange light focused in the center of the scroll, it forms into the Uzumaki clan symbol, then disappears as if it was never there, and the scroll opens. That was pretty climactic. Gigi was always one to be flashy with his seals, but being the seal master that he is, I don't blame him. It was pretty smart of him to allow the scroll to be opened only with using the chakra of my Sage of Six Paths mode, knowing that I am the only person who can do it. The hand seals and blood seal are a bit overboard though, if you ask me. Let's see what he left me. Dear grandson, if you are reading this, then the seal worked and you should be back in the past prior to the start of the war. I hopefully the Hokage and anyone you reveal the truth to believe you, and you are able to get them to assist you in making our world a peaceful one. If you open the scroll more, you will see seals listed by each of the major villages. When you get a chance, look into the other villages' seals. You will know what to do with the information that is in them. For the time being, focus on your village's seal. This will make things easier for you when it comes to training your friends. Once you open it, you will know what I mean. The seal at the bottom of this letter is something your partner and I created especially for you. I hope you like it. Kurama can get into the specifics with you once you start to train with it on your own. Till the world is a peaceful one. Know that the village and I am with you in spirit, and know you will succeed and we will all be reunited again. Until that day comes, your great-great-grandfather, Uzumaki Ashina, Azukage. More determined than ever before, Gigi and the rest of the villagers believe in me. I won't fail, that's a promise, Gigi. Let's see what Kurama and Gigi made. Uzumaki seal. Release. Mouth drops to the floor. Wow. Is that all that you can say, Kit? Me and the old man worked hard on that. I'm just speechless, Kurama. It's beautiful. I never seen anything like it. Create a storage seal on your wrist to hold onto it, Kit. When you get a chance to start training with it, I will go over the special features it has. Just so you know, this weapon was made with the intent to pass down to your children, your children's children, etc. You get the point. Now go over the seal that is listed as Land of Fire to see what's been left. We'll talk later, Kit. Before you fall asleep, Kurama, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This truly means a lot to me. When I start the others' training, I will let you out of the seal to introduce you to everyone, and so you can roam around and do as you please. Get your rest, Kurama, and thanks again. Anytime, Kit. Talk to you later. End of flashback. Glances down to the seal on his wrist and smiles. Let's just say it's meant to be a future heirloom and things that you can't even imagine. The heirloom, you'll get to see when we start our training. As far as the rest, you will get what I mean once everyone is gathered and I reveal a few things to you and the rest of the group. He's being pretty tight-lipped with everything. Fine, I'll play your game, Naruto. Tisk. Fine, Naruto. Get out of my office so I can send out the summons for everyone. See you at training ground 7 in an hour. See you then, Granny Tsunade. Jumps out the window and heads to the training grounds. I swear, Naruto and Jiraiya better start using doors. Coming and going through windows is getting old. Training ground 7, an hour later. Okay everyone, not sure if Granny Tsunade mentioned to any of you why I asked you all here or not, but the reason is because I plan to take over everyone's training starting today. No offense to any of the senseis that are here, but in order to be prepared for what's to come, this must be done. Everyone starts to laugh at Naruto except for Jiraiya, Tsunade, Kakashi and Shikamaru. Naruto, I know you just got back from training with Master Jiraiya, but even though you trained with a Sannin, I doubt you can train us all. I guess it's best that I reserve my judgment for now. Troublesome blondes, thought Shikamaru. I knew this was going to happen. Damn you, Naruto, for always giving me a headache. Everyone, shut the hell up and let Naruto explain things. I do not want to hear a peep from any of you until he is done. Is that clear? Everyone immediately stands at attention and all yell "Hi Hokage-sama" at the same time. Good. The floor is yours again, Naruto, said Tsunade. Don't go into too much detail like you did with some of us. Also, I want a demonstration with the Jiraiya and the rest of the Jonins to get your point across. Sweat drops. I almost forgot how scary Granny Tsunade can be. Thank you, Granny Tsunade. As I was saying, I am going to be taking over your training for the time being. I am going to prepare you all for the upcoming battle and turn you into a first response strike force. The training I plan on doing for all of you is going to be different as far as techniques go, but the physical portion is all going to be the same. Guy, Lee, I know you are both fast and even faster without your weights, but after the physical training you and everyone else does with me, your current speed will be almost like a jog. I will give you all an option. You can decide to take my training and be part of my response team or not. However, if you do decide to take on my training, know this will be something that you have never experienced before in your life. Also, whoever decides to train with me will become masters of their family jutsus and your elemental affinities. Please hold your opinions and decisions until after my demonstration with Jiraiya and the Jonins is done. Naruto-kun, surely after your training with Master Jiraiya you have gotten stronger and your flames of youth are brighter, but do you really think you can take us all on? Asked Guy. Guy, underestimate Naruto and it will be the end of you, said Kakashi as he was walking towards the training ground, lifting his forehead protector revealing his Sharingan. Narrowing his eyes, Kakashi-sensei must know something everyone else doesn't about Naruto. I'm sure the Hokage and Master Jiraiya knows, but since being here and watching Naruto, there is something off about him. You can see it in his posture. Even though he looks like he is just standing there normal, if you really pay attention to his body language, he is ready to defend or go on the offense at any given moment. Then, there's his eyes. They seemed more hardened. Just what are you hiding from us, Naruto? Thought Shikamaru. Saying in his nice guy pose, that's my internal rival for you. Always cool with the hip attitude. Come then, Naruto-kun, show us your flames of youth, said Guy as he walked out to the training ground following Kakashi. Sai, Kurenai, ready to get this over with? Asked Asuma. Hokage-sama, Master Jiraiya and Kakashi are taking Naruto serious. Looks over to Naruto with narrowed eyes. What are you hiding, Naruto? Thought Kurenai. Asuma, I suggest you take this serious or we might be made to look like fools from someone who is still a genin, said Kurenai. Utaha Kurenai, guess I'll take this serious then. I don't need a genin to show me up, especially the one who was considered the dead last, thought Asuma. Throws away his cigarette and pulls out his trench knives. Right, let's go, Kurenai. Naruto does a few stretches to warm up before the fight. Naruto, come here real quick, asked Tsunade. What's up, Granny Tsunade? Do not hurt any of them too bad. Remember, you are trying to recruit people, not bruise their egos to the point they won't want to train with you, said Tsunade. Don't worry, Granny Tsunade, trust me. Smiles his foxy-like grin and walks out to follow the rest. On the training ground with Naruto and the Jonins. Okay everyone, before we start here are the rules, said Naruto. Holding up one finger, Rule 1. You can use anything in your arsenal, and Jiraiya please use Sage Mode. Why do you want me to use Sage Mode, Naruto? Are you trying to make an example out of me and pay me back during out time when we were training? Asked Jiraiya. No, nothing like that, sensei. Once we fight, you will understand. Plus I want both Fukasaku-sama and Shima-sama to see, said Naruto. Jiraiya narrows eyes at Naruto. Fine, Naruto, I'll summon them. Back with the others. Hokage-sama, you know something about Naruto that we don't you? Asked Shikamaru. Damn Naras, even though they are a bunch of lazy asses, they are too observant for their own good. Yes, Shikamaru, but don't worry. I shouldn't have to tell you because I know you are going to observe this fight with more interest so you can try to figure Naruto out, but don't try. Just watch. More will be explained after the fight, said Tsunade. Shikamaru gives the Hokage a sideways glance then turns back to the fight without saying a word. Shikamaru, you really think there is something different with that baka Naruto? Asked Ino. Shikamaru doesn't reply to Ino either and is keeping his eyes on the fight to be sure not to miss anything. Neji, Lee, Shino, and Hinata all think at the same time, I better watch this fight if Shikamaru is worried. Back with Naruto and the Jonins. Before we get started, are there any additional rules you want us to know, Naruto? Asked Kakashi. Just one more thing, Kakashi-sensei. Come at me with the intent to kill. Smirks and gets into his taijutsu stance. That's all for now. If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments.